My word, there's only a few days left of the transfer window. What an exciting transfer window it has been. Welcome back to the West Ham Network. I'm Anton. I'm back from my holidays. I hope you're keeping it safe and well as per usual. Like passing ships, I've come back from my holiday, and guess who's away on holiday? Again. DJ Rossi B. How terrible is that? But listen, all the best and hope you have a good time. So we're here to talk about a potential deal that West Ham have been working on for a little while, but rumours are rife stating that Everton are ready to hijack the deal to bring Carlos Soler to Merseyside. Yes, you have heard me correct. Apparently, Everton have joined the race to bring the Paris Saint-Germain midfielder, Spanish international, to the Premier League, according to some reports. Now, Soler, who has fallen out of favour at Paris Saint-Germain, after managing only 12 League One starts last season, is likely to leave the club, and West Ham has been suiting him and looking after out for him over the past couple of weeks, and talks have been really progressing quite well according to reports. But Everton now have entered the fray for the Spanish international. While West Ham have been cited as the most likely destination for him, especially after Julian Lopetegui identifying him as one of the top midfielder targets, reports are suggesting that Everton are exploring a deal for the 27-year-old. Now, they have apparently initiated some form of contact with PSG over the move, and apparently, though, according to sources, the London Stadium remains the more likely destination. Now, arriving at PSG from Valencia in the summer of 2022 in a deal that could rise to 21 million euros, Soler's time in the French capital has not gone according to plan. He started just 26 Ligue 1 games in his first two campaigns in Paris and is now eager to complete a move away from the club to gather much more positive game time. Now, PSG are said to be willing to part ways with the midfielder if they were to receive something in the region of around 20 million euros, and aren't keen on sanctioning a loan deal for the player. West Ham have identified him as one of the top targets that they want. And I think we've put in a lot of groundwork to put the deal through this summer and place us in a good kind of position to sign the man. Although apparently Sean Dyche is adamant on bringing Soler to Goodison Park. Now, Dyche has a little bit of finances, obviously, because Onana left for Aston Villa. They've got a little bit of money, and he wants that kind of experienced figure to come into the side to complement the likes of the kind of midfielders that they've got. But I think that the legwork that West Ham have put in, and this is no disrespect to Everton, right? Because I have to be really mindful that I'm not sitting here and doing that because we don't know how the season will pan out. But I think the project under West Ham, and I think the type of manager that Lopetegui is in comparison to Son Dykes, would suit a player of Soler and his ability to play. Now, in his 23-24 statistics, he had 24 appearances in total. He scored 2 goals, 2 assists. His pass accuracy was 85.7%. He made over 1.5 key passes per 90 minutes. He made 6 progressive passes per 90 minutes. He contributed to his defensive duties as well as his interceptions. So I think bringing in a player of Carlos Soler's strength, ability, skill set really would work wonders for West Ham and really shore up our midfield. What's interesting is we've got a few days left of the transfer window, and I really see movement of players heading out the door, as well as players potentially heading in the door. Apparently, we're not finished there, but we'll talk about some more potential linked players in the Hammers headlines. But it looks like we're pushing forward with Carlos Soler. As much as Everton want to hijack the deal, I think it's going to be down to Soler's attraction to what's on offer. And I think the project at West Ham, genuinely and sincerely, and this is nothing against Everton, looks more appealing to him due to the basis of the fact that he will know who Lopetegui is from being, the same national country. I think that, we've made some intent in this market. And I think Soler's style of play would really suit West Ham's system. And even though we've had one game and it's not gone to the way we want in terms of the result. I still think there's positives we can take from that game. And the game tomorrow against Crystal Palace will really be an interesting one because, you know, we've not got the best of results against them in recent years. So we need to try and make amends. And I think we'll hopefully start to see more of the real progressive style of play. I think there'll be some changes made. We can talk about that again in another video. But I think we'll move forward with Carlos Soler. I think we'll get him over the line. It'll be interesting to see how this one develops, but keep your eye on the channel as we keep you updated. But Everton tried to hijack the deal for Carlos Soler, even though apparently talks are advanced stage with West Ham. Now, when I was in Spain, I took it upon myself to speak to local people, albeit, yeah, I was in Malaga, but, you know, it's in Spain and they all know their players. And I was asking a lot of people about Carlos Soler and they said we should be really excited about him. And they're not just saying that. I think we genuinely should be quite excited about him because if you watch him and have ever seen him play, he is that kind of player, that box-to-box midfielder that can really connect the two. It's interesting because we're hearing rumours about potentially West Ham, I'm not saying willing to sell Alvarez. I think a crazy offer for any player in the West Ham squad is up for grabs. So, but just keep an eye on the one. I think he'll be coming into West Ham. Anyway, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and of course, leave a comment. Come on, you Irons.